They laughed when I walked into the room. A soft, careless kind of laughter, the kind parents use when they think they've already won. My father leaned back in his chair, his cufflinks catching the light. My mother whispered something behind her hand, her eyes flicking to the red folder in my grip. A charity case, her lips seemed to say. A beggar. I didn't sit. Didn't speak. Didn't blink. Only the lawyer noticed the seal pressed into the wax on the folder's edge. A seal he recognized. His face drained, color falling away like water down a drain. He stood so fast his chair slammed into the wall. "Where did you get that?" he whispered. My parents stopped laughing. The lawyer didn't wait for an answer. He called security, not to remove me but to lock the doors. The way his hands shook told me everything. He already knew what was inside. He already knew what Grandma had given me. And he knew my parents didn't. The room went silent. Thick. Breathless. Grandma always knew they would assume I came here to beg for inheritance. She also knew that when the truth finally hit them, they wouldn't be able to run. Not this time. It started with a mistake. A small one, quiet, almost invisible. But I've learned that betrayal rarely enters loudly. It slips in like a shadow, patient and familiar. My mother had left her phone on the kitchen island one night. The screen lit up. A message. A name I didn't recognize. A sentence that didn't belong to a married woman. "Miss you, same place tomorrow." I stared at it longer than I should have. Long enough to feel the crack form inside my chest. I told myself I misread it. That it was a joke. That every family has misunderstandings. But the next morning I noticed the way she touched her hair before leaving. The way she glanced at my father, not with love but with calculation. And the way my father didn't even look up. They lived together like two people performing a role for an audience that had long since stopped watching. Except Grandma. She always noticed. She had warned me once in a trembling voice that people closest to you have the sharpest knives. I thought she meant it metaphorically. I didn't know she meant evidence. Real evidence. Sealed, protected, waiting. Waiting for today. I didn't confront them then. What was the point of confronting people who lie as easily as breathing? Instead, I studied them. The late-night business trips. The sudden bursts of cash. The arguments behind closed doors, where my name was thrown like an inconvenience. I moved like a ghost through the house. Silent, observant. I checked phone records. Found deleted mails. Found transfers, money drained from Grandma's accounts before she died. My mother's meetings weren't meetings. My father's trips weren't trips. And both of them thought Grandma died peacefully, without knowing what they did. But she had cameras, backups, documents, and she had me. Every night I lay awake with the knowledge swelling in me like a rising tide, cold and unstoppable. The kind of knowledge that steals sleep and replaces it with calculation. They thought I was slow, fragile, easy to overlook. They underestimated silence. Silence sees everything. The day the package arrived, I didn't open it right away. My hands hovered over the seal, the same one pressed onto the folder now. The wax was unbroken, the stamp unmistakable, Grandma's private mark. When I finally opened it, I felt something click inside me. The final piece sliding perfectly into place. Bank statements, recorded calls, legal documents, footage, signatures, affairs, theft, fraud, not mistakes, not misunderstandings, crimes, and at the center of it, my parents. I remember sitting there completely still as if my body had turned to stone. No tears, no shaking, just a quiet, growing certainty. This wasn't a family. This was a facade built on lies Grandma refused to let them bury. The lawyer was instructed, explicitly, to open none of it until the red folder appeared in his office. And I was the only one she trusted to bring it. My parents thought the will reading was a division of wealth. They had no idea it was the opening of a case. The lawyer slid the papers from the folder slowly. His fingers trembled. My mother's breath hitched when she saw her own signature on the first page. My father stood up, but his knees almost buckled. This isn't real, he choked out. It's authenticated, the lawyer replied, voice barely steady. Everything in this folder is legally verified. Your mother left it as protection. Protection? For me? From them? My mother reached toward me, her voice cracking. Why would you? I stepped back. Just one step. Enough to show distance they could.